saw him walking out here, and I wanted to apologize to him because I didn't want to come off as offensive or like I didn't like him. I didn't know him. But the questions he was asking me is not in the best interest of Keefe D. And I'm trying to explain him to that. You really want me to answer that? If I talk and answer the questions he answered, the jury is going to look and say, well, Keefe D is who he say he is. Keefe D was involved in what he was involved in. And I'm not here for that. Keefe D put himself in this situation, running his damn mouth. Shut up. This case is old. It's over. But for $4,000, $3,000, you want to sit up here and tell people what you did? The average gang member don't do that. And he paying for it. And all of this is a joke. The man been telling you he doing this and did it, and he got facts in what he's saying. And all he needs to do is shut up. Like he was told a long time ago, be quiet, you won't go to jail. You won't go to jail. But he continued. And this is where he at. He tried to make a mockery out of Las Vegas Police Department. They got offended, and they said, we got to get it. That's all that happened here. I say this, it was between Suge and Puff. Tupac was trying to show his loyalty to the hood, my neighborhood, to the mob. And by him trying to show his loyalty to us, then that's where he met his demise. Tupac didn't know Orlando. Tupac didn't know Keefe D. He ain't never...
There's a lot of truth to that. There's a lot of truth, and I'll be playing this again. Stay tuned. This video is a must watch.
Seen these people. Tupac came to Compton maybe 2 or 3 times. I've seen it. So this situation didn't have nothing to do with it. All our homeboys was at the fight. My little brother was there. And they getting paid to be gang members, to do what they do best. All of them guys are fresh out the penitentiary. I was the smallest one. But my baby brother and all of them other guys were ready for whatever. Now, Tupac was told that's him that tried to take my chain. And Tupac took off to prove his loyalty, and it cost him his life. He should have set his ass down and mind his business. Suge should have, instead of trying to join the fight, get Tupac out of there. That didn't happen. It didn't happen because I wasn't there. Because a lot of them would have had to pay for that one. And I've said it on my podcast show. My neighborhood dropped the ball. They dropped the ball. Tupac should have never been in that situation or allowed himself to fight for one of us. Because you ain't lived that life. You ain't one of us. You're talking like...
What do you know about that?
All I can say is when Tupac got killed, revenge was a must. Somebody from Bad Boy had to go. Somebody had to be the pickaninny. Somebody had to pay the price. And in that time, the gang life, what we were doing was serious. And if there was no repercussion with Tupac, everything and everybody would Suge Knight look like shit. So before we let that happen, somebody gotta go. I mean, this is every day. Somebody gonna pay for something. So, do I know? See, now you're talking like that man up there. The streets know everything. I'm gonna say that. Is the streets willing to say, yeah, I know who did it? No. No. Like I said, it's been a long time. That guy knew that he wasn't supposed to come to California. He knew he wasn't welcome here. And it was people from the airport all the way to where he was at and where he was going knew he was here. Just like a taxi would have gone. Hey, where you go, we got it. So they knew that. But everybody want to play games and everybody picking people. And you pay the price. You pay the price. So it's just unfortunate that we killing each other for BS, for nothing. Every last one of us, every poverty that was on death row, walked away with nothing. I walked away with the life of my brother. He's gone. I didn't walk away with a big fat paycheck. I walked away and had to go do what I do to survive and be a part of my kids' life. So that was my focus. But everybody walked away from death row the way they came, or couldn't walk away because we lost so many homeboys behind death row. You know, the podcast was trying to get me back.
There it is. Hey, y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is. It's that boy Pharaoh the God, always on the motherfucking job. I got fly. Let's talk. Real talk. Y'all know what's going on in the news right now, man. Kanye West going off, talking about Cardi B, talking about beat up, you don't do no buster shit. You don't do no sucker shit. It's like Craig Daddy said in Friday. You know, you ain't no man because you got a gun. You know what I'm saying? You a man when you don't got it. You can take your ass whooping and do it moving, nigga. Like, that's a real stand-up man, nigga. I don't give a fuck enemy or not. But, you know, niggas wanted to put their Willie Nelson on a nigga tall can and, you know, the red light happened. You know what I mean? Niggas gotta stop doing that shit, man. You know, like on some real shit. I mean, cause niggas react to a reaction. But 28 years later, you still talking about, oh yeah, you know, I heard he was breakdancing trying to get to the back seat. Nigga, I don't got no compassion for you, nigga. I mean, shit, nigga, I like Tupac. Nigga, like, I feel like, you know, when keeping it real goes wrong, that was the whole situation with Tupac, Keefe, all of them. But I'ma always say this. Why now? Why now does this nigga go to jail? That's what's crazy. You 4 deep. I don't give a fuck if I shoot out the window, hit somebody. Y'all ain't had nothing to do with my beat. All y'all going to jail until somebody snitch. How that, I mean, nigga, it's the same question that niggas been asking for 28 years. How are the prime suspects not being consistently questioned? I mean, let's just say that, you know, I don't know the situation. I don't. But let's say that they did murder Tupac, right? They murdered him, they shot him up. All this, all that, right? As a police investigator, as a detective, it's your job to investigate a high-profile case. I see niggas get hit with murder charges and niggas get found guilty by the bullshittest detectives in the world. Straight bullshit. Here it is, 4 motherfuckers in a white Cadillac. Never get arrested for the murder. Never get no bail. Never pitch one against the other like they do in the movies. So, they got away with a murder. Allegedly. But then you gotta think that, nigga, this Tupac, son of a Black Panther, mama is Afina Shakur, godfather's Matula Shakur. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Connected to Mumia Abu Jamal, the MOVE organization. Damn. Okay, we all know that, you know, a lot of these rappers have rapper police around them. Tupac high value. So how did these niggas get away? Now it just makes me think that I know me as a criminal, I wouldn't keep the gun for 28 years. I don't give a fuck how famous it is. Me, I operate on a different agenda. If I was the person that was accused of killing Tupac and I was accused of having the gun would have been gone a long time ago. Long time ago. Ain't no way in hell I would be holding on to that. For one, I don't want to incriminate myself. And for two, nigga, I don't give a fuck if you know I did it or not. So, if he did keep that gun for 28 years, like they saying he had it in his house, right? If he did, then you deserve to go to jail. I don't give a fuck who it is. You keep a gun for 28 years because oh nigga, I know I'm gonna be able to sell this gun one day. That shit only work for the white people, for Kim Kardashian and them. How does the Kardashian mother still got the knife that killed Nicole Kidman, but she don't go to jail? That shit only works for people that don't look like us and that has a lot of influence and holds a lot of secrets. How the fuck, nigga, they mama don't go to jail when they find the knife that killed Nicole Kidman in her house and she come out and say she had it? All right. Y'all don't see the comparison? Okay. But back on Keefe D. If you keep that gun for 28 years, you building a case against yourself. Now I'm gonna think like a reasonable person, right? Like me, a nigga that ain't got the gun, right? That didn't have nothing to do with it. You the only motherfucker left out of all 4 people in the white Cadillac. Now you giving interview after interview after interview after interview, and you keeping the case relevant. Because every time I see the nigga do an interview, it's just like, damn, they really, somehow this nigga connected, because how is this nigga still on the streets? Everybody else got killed, but this nigga didn't. Nigga Orlando got killed in the gang shooting, allegedly. And that's the nigga that got beat up. That's the nigga that everybody say killed the nigga Tupac, right? So how far-fetched is it that somebody hired? We seen it now, how on the news they got the little mask and all that, the little face mask, rubber shit, throw it on, make you think they white, blue, purple, green, black, kill a nigga, hop back in. Whole time, nigga, it was somebody else. So, if you that type of nigga, you ain't had nothing to do with it. How'd that gun get in your house? We know it's, like I say, it's always a fall guy to a case, right? It's always a fall guy. This case ain't nobody been, no new witnesses, no new suspects, just the same 4 suspects. Chime in if you want to, man. Let me know how you feel, man. I see you up there, man. Get in the comments. Let me know how you feel. I mean, this case is fucked up because we know how police and government type police can work, nigga. They could, you know what I'm saying, had the gun all along, all these years, knew the person that really did it. Since this nigga keep giving interviews, let's really make him the fall guy, place a gun in his house, nigga, then raid his house that morning. Boom, now he down. But still, nigga, even if the police setting that nigga up, like, nigga, you brought it on yourself. You really brought it on yourself, my man. Like, you giving all these interviews talking about this man, and that's the bad thing. Like, you talking bad about him, and it's like, if you did or if you didn't, that's making you look guilty. But why? But why that? Why y'all arrested the nigga there? You can't say, oh, we got information. But what if it come out that he do got the gun? He been trying to sell the motherfucker. Another dumbass move. Another dumbass move. I mean, the nigga Keefe D is in jail for being a clout chaser. I mean, what else you think the nigga in jail for? That nigga ain't nobody to be nigga going to interview. The only shine Keefe D got to his name is he's the remaining survivor in the car. I mean, of the people in the car that allegedly killed Tupac. That's the only fame that nigga got to his name right now, is that nigga is the only survivor that was in the car. He the only one that know the truth. He the only nigga know if Puffy really set him up. Cause you heard what Eminem said right after Pac got killed. And it's crazy that niggas is bringing it out though, because the nigga Eminem say something about, talking about a nigga's skills. I admit that you got skills when Puffy will admit that he sent the hit that got Tupac killed. Why would M even say that? Why would M even say that though? We know how fucked up Hollywood work. You know what I'm saying? And niggas don't understand how they words like really motivate people. It's the same thing like with Malcolm X. When Louis Farrakhan said that, the traitor Malcolm X is worthy of death. And niggas took that to heart and, started the plot and plan. I'm pretty sure that it was shit said that, shouldn't have been said, that was said out of drunken anger. Niggas' brains was moving drunk, so their mouth was talking reckless. But certain shit you gotta watch what you say. You know what I mean? It wasn't no secret through hip hop that, you feel me, nigga, they was beefing. And then it just goes to show you that, Keefe D and them was fucking with Puffy. They was fucking with Puffy and them. So what if Keefe D now decides to snitch on everybody? What if this nigga tells on the police? What if he tell on Puffy? What if he tell on everybody? I'm pretty sure he got some information. I don't really, it's like 50-50 for me. It's like I believe a nigga a snitch, tell on some people. Or, the nigga might get hit with a lesser charge. Who knows? But, in one of my comments, I just did the thing about Biggie Smalls, and niggas they commented and saying that, like basically I don't like Biggie Smalls, or, people hate on Biggie Smalls. Like, the hate for Biggie Smalls in and out of hip hop could never amount to the hate that Tupac is always well received, in and out, right? Just the thing with Keefe D and him, you know what I'm saying? They hated him so much because y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is, man. It's your boy Pharaoh the God. Always on the job. I got 5 Let's Talk. And as always, it's real talk. Raw talk. And it's that time again to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell another motherfucking friend. Share, like, and subscribe. Don't hide. Them buttons ain't got no teeth. So go ahead and reach, support the channel, support your boy, and above all, man, support the movement. Welcome to another episode of I Got Five Let's Talk, the platform podcast. And as you know, I'm your host, the man behind the voice that keep your bitch voice, Pharaoh the God. And as always, man, welcome all friends, foes, frenemies, enemies, haters, jealous, all alike, man. We come to share knowledge and assessments, man. Disclaimer, I am not here to say Keefe D is guilty. But it is my assessment that I do use the things that he has said out his own mouth against him. I'm no juror, I'm no judge, never been nobody jury, never took the stand, none of that shit. So I don't really actually know if they'll find him guilty because the case is just weird. But I'm not here to tamper with his case. But what I am here to do is to make an assessment of the things that's been going on during this case, man. Now, previously I played the old clip to give you a little run of the mill of the things that Keefe D has done, said, things that he's been involved with. And one of the things was he was always doing an interview. He was always willing to give up information. And that information, and it was seeming like, damn, why is he willing to talk like this? He talked like he a snitch. He talked like this is just what he do. And now we are finding out that the South Side, that the Compton Crips, mainly the South Side Compton Crips, was working with them people. Was working with the DEA, the FBI, was working with and informing on other gang members from their neighborhood and or otherwise. These is Crips, nigga, 1990s type Crips. These are the Crips that nigga presumably should be calling the shots right about now in their area. And I know people gonna say, oh, Pharaoh, you just, you always taking it a step forward. You was always, nigga, ask yourself, why is a nigga so comfortable to get in front of a camera and tell everything? These niggas is playing the games. They say, oh, I could snitch on social media, and they snitching and I still get paid. Knowing the police is go look at it and put two and two together and they gonna use my shit. I could just snitch on, go do an interview, get paid twice from the police. Man, come on, bro. What that nigga Tupac said, it's a dirty game, y'all. You got to be careful about who you fuck with and who you don't fuck with. Tupac never even met Keefe D. But through a jealous narrative or the hatred for Tupac, he's keeping Tupac sales going. The same thing you hate, same thing gonna make somebody else smile. Same thing make you laugh, same thing make you cry. Yeah, you doing interviews and talking bad and putting people business out there, but now look at you. Niggas sitting in jail. But Pharaoh, what about them Crips that was snitching? My bad.
And then, did the day you got initiated, did Dion was Keefe's to be here? Is that fair?
No, I didn't.
In fact, you're under a court order to be here
Yes.
through a subpoena.
Yes.
You have expressed many times the fact that you do not want to participate in this.
Yeah.
But understanding that you're a court order, you don't have a choice whether or not to sit in that chair. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
I want to ask you a little bit about the mid-1990s. Where were you living?
But at the time, I think.
Yeah, when you get called and you get subpoenaed, see, niggas is talking all this, oh, nigga, I don't want to be here shit, and I didn't want to do this and all that. You could have went to jail. You could have ignored the subpoena, got a warrant for your arrest, and went to jail. And yes, you probably and presumably would have stayed in jail till after the trial, or could have probably got hit with tampering. But a nigga that ain't used to tattletailing is not finna get on the stand. Nigga, I got subpoenaed, nigga, I ain't going. I'm going on a run, nigga, until this shit is over with. You better sell one of them chains, nigga, and book a first bus ride up out of this motherfucker to Minneapolis. The fuck, nigga, you talking about you didn't want to do this and you didn't want to do that, but you there, though. You got 2 feet and you able, nigga. I don't see you in no wheelchair. But keep listening. Like I said, it's a must watch, and it's the reason why I'm saying this about this dude.
Did you ever start spending time in Compton?
Yes.
What was, who were you spending time with?
My homeboys, people around, you know, friends.
At some point, were you spending time with a person you knew as Big Dre?
Yes.
Would you describe him as a friend?
Yeah.
And then later on, did you start spending time with a person by the name of Orlando Anderson?
Yes, I did.
Would you consider?
Now, this is why he matters. Take some water. This is why this guy matters. I didn't put his name out there for a reason. Only because, I mean, they say it in the beginning, I just skipped over it. But this is why he matters. He knows Big Dre, and he knows Orlando Brown. Keep this in mind when they dig into his background.
I'm a friend.
Yes.
As a result of your relationship with Orlando Anderson, did you start coming into contact with the Southside Compton Crips?
Oh, yes, I did.
Can you tell us how that happened?
Meaning, we used to go over there and, hang out. And we wasn't from over there at that time, but we knew a couple of people, so, we go over there, hang out, or whatnot, chill.
And then, is it fair to say at some point that you were given a option of joining Southside Crips or facing a different kind of repercussion?
Yeah, I would say it was an option, like, either or, basically.
And can you tell us what the either or was?
Well, at the time, it was either, we're going to join, or you just can't come around no more.
And did you ultimately join?
Yeah, I did.
And how does that work? How did you join?
But you get put on. Have a fight or whatever.
Now,
Things of that nature.
is it always with this fight? Is it always a one-on-one, or sometimes is it multiple people on one?
Sometimes it's not one-on-one. If you get lucky, you might get a fair one like that. But other than that, sometimes it's not one-on-one.
And when you say a fair one, you mean a one-on-one, basically. All right. And so When you did you get a fair one, or did you have to get jumped in by multiple people?
Oh, I had a fair one. Yeah, it was not multiple people.
And how'd that happen? How'd that come about? You get the fair one.
I don't understand the question.
Well, did Mr. Anderson assist you in joining the Southside Crips?
Oh, honestly, he didn't assist us on joining nothing. He just was there to make sure, because we were friends of his, to make sure basically that we had a fair, shake. We get a fair chance. Won't get dogged out, or not unless you got dogged out by that one, whoever he was fighting. So yeah, he was there to make sure that everything went pretty much as smooth as it can go.
And so Orlando Anderson was basically looking out for you.
Yeah, he was looking out for all of us.
Now, are you familiar with a person that went by the moniker Keefe D?
Yes.
And who was he in the Southside Crips in the mid-90s?
He was a hustler. He was known for hustling. That's what he was known. What I knew from him is he was a hustler. Grew up around there. That's basically what he was. Yeah.
And when you say he was a hustler, for those of us who don't understand what that means, what does that mean? Is he getting money? Is he doing other things?
He's getting money. Yeah, he's getting money. That's what it is.
And how is he getting?
Damaging his motherfucking character right there. He's a hustler. Hustler, meaning not having no job. How was he get? It was illicit gain. That is giving a deterioration to his character already. Why? Because he was out there selling drugs. This is the picture that they finna start going off of. And I always say, Quando Rondo said it the best. Don't paint that picture. Because when you on stand and you in court and they hold that picture up, you can't say that picture ain't you. You painted that picture. Watch how you paint that picture. This dude got up there and was comfortable quick with saying he is a hustler. Now, did he talk with Keefe D's lawyer about saying certain things? Possibly. But this is one of the things they should have avoided. Oh, he always had the gift for gab. He always had something for sale. He would find something for cheap and sell it for more. Dude was just a natural born hustler. But
On a higher level.
On a higher level. So he's not just getting, there are some people who are let's say, hustling and get money on maybe a lower level, and then there are people who are making bigger money.
Yeah, of course, you can say that's safe to say. He's on a bigger level.
He was on a bigger level. And when we're talking about getting money, are we talking about through working a 9 to 5, or are we talking about narcotics?
It was narcotics.
All right, and then when
it was narcotics. Like, how do you help a man by saying that he got big in the drug game? With the crew that hung out with Biggie Smalls and Puffy and them, the same people that didn't like Suge Knight and Tupac and them, the same people that was paying them for protection. This is giving bad light on the Keefe D. But this is what you wanted, Keefe D, right? This is what you wanted. You wanted the limelight to be on you. You wanted to be seen, right? Alright, cool. Same thing make you laugh, same thing make you cry. Do you really want that 15 minutes of fame? Do you really want to sell your soul? Do you really want to sacrifice your peoples, literally or figuratively? You wanted that light on you so bad. You wanted to have that noticeably recognized face or character. You got it now, and you wish you never had it. That's why they say, watch out for the things that you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. Understand what you wish for. Because when you wish for it and you get it, you might get it in the time that all it's going to do is it just berate you. It's gonna tear you down. You never know how it's gonna come, especially when you want clout and you want, you want your 15 minutes of fame. You want that. You feel me? And you desperate for that. You gonna get it in a bad way. You gonna definitely get it in a bad way. But let's finish hearing this dude.
You got initiated to the Southside Crips through a fair one. After that, would you hang around the Southside area a lot?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
And is it something referred to as the neighborhood?
You said it was,
The neighborhood is like...
yeah, I mean, that's where we're from. That's where we're going to be.
Okay. And you had said, we talked about Orlando Anderson. Did he have any relation to Keefe D?
Did Orlando?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his nephew.
Okay. Orlando was Keefe's. Okay. And being a Davis, or being part of that family in Southside, was that a big deal?
I wouldn't say it's a big deal. I mean, because there's a lot of families in our neighborhood, but they were pretty, prominent family,
And then, the day you got initiated, did DeAndre also get initiated?
Yes.
Like that. That's why I say, man, watch what you wish for. Watch what you liking, bro. You sat up there, you wanted that screen on you. You wanted to be seen. You wanted to be noticed as this big drug dealer. You got it now, nigga. Your family one of the prominent ones. Nigga, y'all got them. You got it.
And are you familiar with somebody by the name of Terrence Brown?
Yes.
Was he older than you, or was he your age?
Yeah, he was older than me.
So,
yeah, he was older than me.
So I assume he was in before you were in.
Oh yeah, way longer. Yeah, before. Yeah.
He's more of a you were kind of in the group that Big Dre, Orlando, that age group.
That's that era. Yeah, that was. Yeah.
And then Terrence Brown was, I'd say, would it be fair to say Terrence Brown was part of an older group along with Mr. Davis?
Yes.
During that time, did the Southside have any rival gangs in Compton?
We had a lot of rival gangs in Compton.
Yeah.
There's lots,
Understood. Was Mob Pyru one of those rival gangs?
Yes.
And Looters Park Pyru also?
Yes.
In the mid-90s specifically, like 1995, 1996, was there a war going on between Southside and Mob Pyru?
Yes.
I'm going to focus your attention to around 1995. In 1995, were you aware whether or not Mob Pyru was associating with a music label?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
And what music label was that?
Death Row Records.
And were you familiar with somebody by the name of, or went by the name of Suge Knight?
Yes.
And would you say that he associated with Mob Pyru?
Yes.
Were you familiar with somebody by the name of Tupac Shakur?
Yeah.
And would he also associate with Suge Knight, Death Row, and Mob Pyru?
Yes.
Now, with regards to Southside, were you guys hanging out with another record label?
I mean, we have hung out with another record label. Yeah.
Yeah. And what record label was that?
That was Bad Boy.
And Bad Boy, is that the record label that was being run by Sean Puffy Combs?
Correct.
And when you say you would associate with them, what would you go to concerts? Would you just hang out? What would be the nature of the connection that you saw between Southside and Bad Boy?
I mean, we went.
Now, this is the part to where I just find kind of like, like, kind of just like stupid. But it's kind of like, that's the thing to do. They the Pyros, you go get help for the Crips when you out there. But this also makes it look bad for Tupac. I mean, also makes it look bad for Diddy and for Keefe D. Because now here we have the interaction between suspect and I'm gonna just say promoter. You feel me? They are coinciding and chilling, hanging out everyday life with each other. That's what they doing. So now the conflict is already there. Death Row versus Bad Boy. This is the realm that this idiot Keefe D wanted to keep doing interviews in. All right.
To a couple of like concerts. Seen them before. That concerts are they came to our neighborhood before. That's it.
And when you would go to concerts, who would organize you going to that concert? How would you know to go to the concert?
But we just basically all do because they say we got tickets or da 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 da, and we all they'd be like, okay, we're gonna go to the concert. You get your ticket and you go.
Would you? Was your understanding part of it was to ensure that Bad Boy was not bothered by other gangs?
Wait, if you were held at Chowchilla,
Basics of it, I believe. I would say that.
And was there a particular gang that people in Bad Boy were worried about?
Yeah, they was worried about the death row.
I want to take your attention to the summer of 1996, in particular the Lakewood Mall. Are you aware of an incident that took place at the Lakewood Mall in the summer of 1996?
Yes, I am.
How are you familiar with that event?
Because I was there.
And that summer of Lakewood Mall, what happened? What were you doing at Lakewood Mall?
One of our friends, he was going off to college, and he had went up there to grab some things, get prepared for college. So we went along with him.
Do you know where the money came from for this person who's going to college to get these things?
Yeah, Keefe was helping, try to get he needed, a lot of, I don't know what college kids need really, but, need a little TV probably, a little, clothes, and things of that nature.
And Lakewood Mall's not in Compton, is it?
Not at all.
Is it fair to say it's about 15, 20 minutes away from Compton?
Yeah, if that.
And just so things have changed in the last 30 years. Back then, you couldn't order things on Amazon and have them delivered to your house, right? You actually had to go somewhere.
I don't really know.
So at the Lakewood Mall, you were there with other Southside Crip members. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And it was Orlando Anderson, one of the people that were with you?
Yes, Orlando was with us.
And then, did you happen to run in that day into people from Mob Crew or Death Row Records?
Yes, we did.
Can you tell us about that?
Well, we basically were coming from different sides of the mall, and we're walking towards each other, because we basically seen each other simultaneously, and we noticed people, they noticed us. They kept coming our way, we kept coming that way, and a couple of words was exchanged once we got close enough, and that's when the fight broke out.
So a fight broke out?
Yeah.
And by that, we're talking about people punching each other and tackling each other.
Yeah.
On the other side, were you aware of somebody by the name of Trayvon Lane there?
Yeah, I was aware of Trayvon. Yeah.
And in particular, there's talk about a death row chain or medallion hanging from Trayvon Lane's neck. Did you see that?
Yeah, did I see the chain?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen the chain.
During the fight, did anything happen to that chain?
Yeah, during the brawl, it came off his neck.
Now, let me ask you something about the significance of a chain or something like that. Is there any special significance to taking somebody's chain?
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
And can you explain that?
I mean, that was their logo, and so it's like you taking that from them is, like you got something, to at least harp about or to say, look, I took this. That's all it would be.
Would it be considered disrespectful to rip somebody's chain off?
Yes.
How did that brawl end? Like what made you guys stop fighting?
Oh well, the police came. The police came, separated the parties. They didn't even try to talk to nobody or nothing. They just wanted to get the situation under control. Everybody just, leave. Just get out of there. So that's what they did. They came in, separated us basically. We went our way. They went their way.
Is it fair to say that Lakewood is a little different of a place than Compton?
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah.
A little more suburban?
A little more. Yeah.
Yeah. And at that point, it sounds like that whoever the police was in Lakewood just was asking you guys to get out of there, right?
Yeah, they just wanted to be, in the mall. It's, families, kids, they just wanted to get it handled, situated, and get people out of there.
Wish to approach, Your Honor?
You may.
Show you some exhibits that's already been admitted. I'm going to show you exhibit 62. Who's that?
Mr. Davis.
Show you exhibit number 63. Who's that?
Mr. Anderson.
Show you exhibit number 64. Who's that?
Mr. Smith.
Let me show you exhibit number 65. Who's that?
Mr. Brown.
Let me show you exhibit number 60. Who's that?
Straight line.
And I'm going to show you exhibit number 70. Do you recognize the people in there in here? The ones things that aren't blurred?
The only people I know is Orlando, me, and Dre.
And then this is the wider out version of that photo.
Yeah, same thing, same deal. What I just told you, 3+3.
And then I'm going to show you what's been already in the United States, 66. Do you recognize who's in that photo?
Jesus Christ was baptized. Why? He said it himself.
It's fair to say that that incarceration began in July 8th of 1996.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
In 2006, is it fair to say that you started doing work for the DEA?
Yeah, HIDA.
Yeah, HIDA, yeah. And is that after?
Now here it is there. These niggas, 2006, now motherfuckers might say, oh man, you know, all this is done after Tupac and, you know, yada, yada, yada. These niggas was working with the police. But I'm pretty sure he ain't the only one.
You got caught trafficking some drugs as well.
Correct.
And in the mid-2000s, you got 5 payments, is that right?
I think something like that.
And that was for $2,000, $500, $1,000, $1,300, and $500 for a total of $5,300. Is that fair?
It's probably fair to say. I don't know exactly.
You don't remember,
Yeah,
but if I told you that, you wouldn't disagree with me.
No, not at all.
What's the Still pass the witness.
Okay. Cross, Mr. Smith.
Thank you, Honor. So your street moniker is Durbach.
Correct.
And how did you come with that moniker? How did that happen?
It was given to me.
And with regards to your testimony here today, you've told us a little bit about your work with HIDA. That's for drugs, correct?
Yeah, correct.
And while you're
Drugs and other things. HIDA is a task force, so it's drugs and everything. It's ATF, DEA, all that.
right.
Right.
And with regards to your work with HIDA, of course, because it's about everything, technically, if you saw other types of crimes being committed while you're working for HIDA, you would tell the HIDA people because it's part of the overall task force, right?
No, I'm not necessarily. I'm gonna tell them what they asked me about. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna tell them nothing outside of the realm of what they're seeking or looking for.
Right. And fair to say, though, with regards to what they were seeking and looking for, at some point they were targeting Mr. Davis as a drug dealer, right?
Yeah.
And so you were helping them with that information that they needed, right? And that information came in early of 2008, meaning that you were helping them in April and May and that kind of thing.
I'm not sure the dates, but I think he was, helping them. Yeah, like I don't remember the dates.
Your Honor, would a review of a report from the DOJ with regard to your participation group help refresh your recollection?
They might, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Just take a look at the report. Look at the date. Don't say anything.
Look at the date. Where's the date? Is it? Okay, I recall. Yeah.
Okay. And with regard to this document I gave you, it looks like the date that I've shown you is the date for July 10th, 2008. Is that right?
Yes, that's the date that's on there.
Okay. And fair to say for the jury, once again, you're working with the HIDA team, and that's even prior to July of 2008, you were working with the HIDA team, fair?
You said prior till?
July of 2008.
In 2008,
Yes.
I was working with Hyder. I only worked with Hyder one time, so I don't know what you're trying to insinuate. Like,
All right. I want to make sure that the jury, that we're clear for the jury.
I understand.
We shouldn't have Josh. Would a review of another document help you refresh your recollection as to how many times you worked with Ida?
it might. Let me see.
This is yeah, which one?
You may.
Sorry. All right, sir. Now show me the document. You recall having an interview with a couple of the special agents from HIDA on September 10th, 2007.
Yes, I recall.
Right. And then also, once again, just for jury's edification, showing you a document here where you're also working with HIDA on April 3rd, 2008.
See, working and being interviewed is two different things.
Okay, so you're being interviewed by HIDA on April 3rd, 2008.
Yeah, that's what it says.
And you were given information with regards to their status on April 3rd, 2008. Right?
I didn't get no information about Miss Davis. I didn't even know at the time what, you know what I mean? I was there on what I was there for.
Once again, this is about drugs. I'm talking about drugs. So with regards to, regarding 2008, April 3rd, were you there to speak to HIDA agents about drugs?
Or talent.
Were you there to speak to HIDA agents about drugs?
Yeah, pretty much. Not entirely, but yes.
All right, when you say not entirely, what do you mean?
I'm saying we did talk about drugs. We talked, yeah, we did.
Anything else besides drugs in your 2000? I want to make sure the jury understands.
Okay.
Anything in April 2008 besides drugs that you talked about?
No, that's it. That's all we talked about.
All right, thank you, sir. Now, in your time that you spent with HIDA, you had shared some information with regards to what we now call the Lakewood incident. Remember, we just talked about this a second ago?
Yeah.
All right, can you tell the ladies and gentlemen of the jury when the Lakewood incident occurred?
It was in 96. I want to say July. That's what I want to say. Yeah, that's July. I feel it's July of 1996.
Can you help us as to how you know it was in July?
Yeah, 'cause it was summer.
It was in
And
summer.
he was getting ready to go to school. So I know he had to be there that summer, you know, start up his training and stuff for football.
Okay. So if somebody else, an FBI agent came in here and told us that it was a couple weeks before the fight in Las Vegas, would he be mistaken?
You said who came in and said what?
If somebody else testified about that date and said it happened.
Objection, Your Honor, to have this witness talk about what another witness stated.
I'm just asking you that.
Witness specifically.
They can't opine as to whether he's mistaken or not.
I'll call the question.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. You shared the details of the Lakewood incident, right? You told people about, you described it, correct?
Describe it to who?
To various different people over the time that, since the time it happened, you explained it to various different people. In fact, to us right now, today.
Yeah, so I mean I did because I'm doing it to y'all right now. So yeah.
Right. And so with regards to your description, can you tell us, describe for us what happened during the Lakewood Mall incident?
Same thing I just told. We got to fight. And
Now, isn't it fair, though, that at some point in the future, and I want to make sure I'm clear as to the date, you had an interview with a Detective Mogg from Metro?
oh yeah, I did.
Okay, and you recall that that interview was actually on July 11th, 2023 in Las Vegas?
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
Right. And looking over a transcript of your interview with Detective Mogg help refresh your recollection as to what you told him on that day?
Which I couldn't tell him too much more different than what I already said. So yeah, come on with it.
Right. All right. question?
Yeah.
Sir, show me your screen here. I want you to read.
Okay, now what's your question?
Now, with regard to what you reviewed, fair to say that you told Detective Locke a more specific sort of thing that happened at the Lakewood Mall, right?
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah. Can you tell us, for instance, the location of where the fight took place?
Yeah, it was my Foot Locker.
By the Foot Locker.
Yeah.
In fact, you had made mention that the fight at the Foot Locker was so bad that they had to remodel it after the thing had gone down at the Lakewood Mall. Fair?
Yeah, it's turned into the World Foot Locker.
Right. You described it as mayhem that was occurring in that Foot Locker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
No, I have no further. Actually, I do. Sorry, let me back up. No, that's it. I have no further questions at this point.
Any further questions, Mr. Blunt?